All right, folks, welcome on back here this Tuesday afternoon, shortly after 2:30 Eastern Time, of course, December 19th still. So great to see all of our students and members alike just joining us once again inside our live trading room. Had Bill, Linda, Alex just before. Give me a quick chat back if you can, folks. Just let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. And then, of course, all of us otherwise on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, etc., wherever you may reside at Cyber Trading U, our social media streams and platforms there. So there we go. Larry, Linda, Bill, Mark S joining us right now. Perfect. Cool. So CGen actually still grinding on up here, grinding back on up a little bit heading into this time of the day. I normally wouldn't be as keen to follow this trade unless it was holding a lot better near the highs. It already popped up pretty nicely this morning, and then it did shake back down pretty nastily, but I got to tell you, really, since we finished up our weekly workshop, since we finished up Traders Talk earlier today, this has made a pretty good comeback, right? Good volume on the order book, so it's not some crazy 20-cent spread, crazy like level 5 stock. It has really good liquidity. I like that. So for right now, does it hurt us to put this on our watch list once again here, the CGen? Not at all. It doesn't hurt us one bit. Let's actually do that to start. And, we'll just see what else we got. And then as we just jump really quick, I want to show the NASDAQ Bookviewer actually, because, actually we've been going over that quite a bit more, just kind of showing you how the NASDAQ Bookviewer level 3 in particular can really show you some good liquidity out there at times. So do that here if I may. See if this is on the NASDAQ or if I need it to come here anyway. And if it was perhaps through the EDGX order book. And I think that actually may have been the case. So here you see this big red line, about 247,000 shares to the sell side. It's like pretty much right at 246, kind of an odd price. Well, I'd be going right to Bookviewer here first, and actually I'm coming to it second now, but it is to say that order is not showing. I even filtered out the size, 10,000 shares minimum. So, this is a 200 near $250,000 share size. If it's through NASDAQ, it's going to pop up right here, which means it's not through NASDAQ. It's through a different ECN, the EDGX. So, you know what? Hey, just keep your eyes peeled. We would call 250 resistance anyway. We would assume 250 as the level to begin with. So just seeing this order here, whether it's through the EDGX or NASDAQ, whether it's at 246 or 250, this simply just confirms the level to be right there. You know what I mean? So I'm going to add this to our watch list. Nice little trade here so far into the afternoon. See if it keeps going up towards that iceberg. And hey, really quick, if you don't have Bookmap, no sweat, because inside our trading room, we'll show that a lot further. We always advocate for new traders joining us anyway. You got to learn how to follow level 3 first, meaning the NASDAQ Bookviewer. Otherwise, hey, got the TradeStation version of level 3 right here too. It's not close enough in price for that order to pop up just yet. So, level 4 shows that in full. But otherwise, hey, if you didn't know, now you know. Now you plot that line on your chart. So, it's easy for you to recall it now just from what we just covered here. So CGen on our list, it's still up nearly up 200%. And no better place to start than right at the top of the gamers list now at this point, because really there's a litany of other trades we can cover. We got the PBLA, we got the MARA, we got the ALT. Just we'll go right from top to bottom here. OSA. This stock actually I'm pretty familiar with. I think the last time we traded this stock, it was like a very similar pop and drop-esque move. It could have been this year, if I'm not mistaken, then just very light volume that day, only about 4.2 million shares, trading a lot more today at least. So, it's dipped down a little bit here, back down towards the VWAP price, back down towards $1 even. So I'm not really too particular about it now, but hey, is it possible this could be the last line in the sand and this could hold over the whole number price popping back up? We've seen crazier things happen. So I'll come back to it if I need to. PBLA, a stock that I thought we'd be seeing at this time of the day near the highs, because coming off our workshop, it was pushing up pretty well, back up to resistance, 180. We were saying the more it can attempt to crack over it, there's a good case for it to try and flip it into support. This was the first real crack of it, it looks like. It held perfect here, crack first time. Very disappointing result. I mean, even if it just held back up again, that's really what you'd want to see. It just shook right back down, a really hard rejection, and that typically spells game over. So, you know what, this trade PBLA, Dunzo, we're not going to follow it now at this stage. CIFR, yeah, warrants on this thing. CIFR. What is this stock? It's up 12%. The warrants are up nearly 50% right now. We don't care for the warrants right now because it's illiquid. I don't care for that right now. Just not much volume out there on the book entirely. It's not too frequent that you'll see the warrants be liquid, but you're going to have better success trading the stock, trading just the regular equity of it. Cipher mining, Rich, just do me a favor, my friend. Just follow up with me on the trade. Is this Bitcoin mining? Is this gold mining? Just let me know on that. Cipher mining. We'll take a look at that in just a bit. But you know what? I mean, it's not at the highs, which I don't like. But this trade, at least here, regular stock CIFR is pretty liquid, which we appreciate. It's up 12%, trending back up a bit there. I don't mind slipping on our list here for now, but I don't know. That's all. All right. What else we got here? This thing has no volume. EBIX got crushed yesterday, it looks like, and got crushed over time here, probably for a little while. This thing's been dropping. With that said, I mean, it's at the highs today, trying to make a small recovery now. Not bad volume. Again, another stock doesn't hurt. AUVI, not much happening there. We keep the wheels moving. Don't need to go through every single one. Just kind of skim through now at this point. You want to just really go through the top of the gainers really in full. But then now we'll just be picky and choosy. Just looking at certain trades. AFRM has just been a machine, just an absolute nuclear missile. This thing has been on fire just from like early November, let alone just December here, nearly doubling up even from then. So, you know what? Doesn't hurt us to put AFRM back on our list. Just for a $51 stock, it's just becoming a better swing trade than a day trade. That's all. So, all right, there we go. What else we got? Probably add at that point, right? If AFRM's up, perhaps look at like SoFi. That's pretty slow. Not looking too great there, honestly. Upstart, same deal. Wow, there's really that much divergence between AFRM and the rest of them. All right, we keep going down this list. That's pretty much it. And as far as I see, like name brand stocks we've called out previously. You got View. This thing has a bad order book normally. My scan refreshed on me. Nikola back down below $1. It's been that way actually for a couple of weeks now. Just took your eyes off the trade for a little bit there. All right. So again, if there's anything else, folks, just take a quick look. Let me know. There we go. John, you're on an island right now. I see that you're logged in from South Carolina, my friend. Let me know what island you're on right now. Maybe a mental island. Hop over to the losers list right now and see if there's anything looking good from that side. And blue. This thing always sneaks up on our radar, like sneaks up, underneath our radar a bit, either on the gainers list or in this case today on the loser side. This thing got clobbered actually back a week or two back, seeing this here. So it was a nice swing trade perhaps for a little bit, but then whatever news came out that we had here back then just squashed this thing. It was down like 60% one day. So done with that trade for now. I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up here. I mean, really everything else below 5%. Here's Array. Not really looking. If it was trading right at the lows, if it was moving lower right now, I'd be more inclined, but for right now, I'll pass. All right, sir. Let's see if there's anything else left from Benzinga Pro, and then we'll wrap up at this point. So again, if there's anything else looking good here, type it in the chat board. Just let me know right away, and we'll take a brief look from you. But on my scans here, AUVI, CDIO, there's the EBIX, which we got, CGen, which we got. All right, so I guess I'll look at like one or two more of these, then we're good. Then that'll pretty much be it. CDIO not terrible in terms of the liquidity, like tight spread right now. Good tier size I could just see from level 2. Looking at this, not terrible tier size at least. 2.6 million shares on the day. I like that. Just it looks a little spotty of late. I don't know. Just looks like a little spotty graph here and there. But you know what? We've traded the stock in the past. We are familiar with it. It's not our first rodeo on CDIO. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but we will add that to our list. Sam ALDX. We shall take a look. I don't know if I skipped over this. Did I skip over this? Had to have like skipped over it, leaped over. Hey, that's why we always say to ask, right? If there's anything else looking good, let me know. And yeah, I mean, hey, maybe I caught this as it was just kind of chopping around still, but just the last bar or two bouncing back up. Regular session high of the day is right there at 355 actually. So yeah, good call. I like this one from Sam. ALDX. SPWR from Scott. It's recovered a lot already, Scott, just from yesterday's big gap down and drop. And it's possible it can keep going up a little bit more. In terms of opportunity cost, this is like tradable 1000%. Good order book, good spread. But I don't know if we're going to be able to see much more on this move. I feel like there's better opportunity on the ALDX, the others at least so far. And that's good, though. That's all right. I mean, I'd rather say that for a tradable stock than like, well, I'll tell you what, if this thing just pops right now in our face, then you know what, Scott? I might actually slip it on here, just inched up a penny in front of us. Let's just see what comes of this little mini move here. 49,000 shares on the buy side, actually, at 466. Hey, prove me wrong. I'd love to see it. I don't mind the stock. It's level 1. It's up 10%. I still think it's going to be a slow trade. That's the issue, right? From Bill, CLF, probably same deal there. Yeah. More on the swing side. All right. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we got 6 stocks to work with so far. One of them, a firm, a little more expensive. So if you don't trade the more expensive stocks, then just scratch that. But I got a decent list. I like what we got already, folks. So again, last call. Let me know if there's anything else up, down, left, right, more than 5%. Just let me know right now. I think that we pretty much did a good job scanning. Sam with a nice one at the end there, the ALDX. 1 or 2 here. CENX. This one just popped up on my radar. Honestly, I just kind of fished around on my Benzinga scan. This was the first one I typed, but this thing's actually looking pretty good. CENX, aluminum stock, pushing up pretty nicely. I don't know any other aluminum stocks out there, and I think this is like the only, this is like the biggest one, if I'm not mistaken, at least that I could think of. So, it's up 12+%. I like that. It's at the highs. I like that. Good order book. Checks out. I like that. Let's see what else we got. I'm likely going to add that one to our list, the CENX trade. I'll likely slip that one on there. OCUL. Yeah, I think that will pretty much just wrap it up here. Looks like SPWR trying to inch up another penny, Scott. All right, so we'll add those two, SPWR and then the CENX. That's it. AA, I had a feeling that there was going to be another one. I just didn't think of it off the top of my head. And then Wendy and Sam both saying Alcoa aluminum. Even as a trade right now, I think you have better bang for the buck on the CENX. That's all. I like what we got here, everyone. I'd say start and stick with this watch list. I know there were a couple call outs right after the market opened that were like 10-cent spread stocks. It's like, come on, guys, start with what we got here, right? And just gives us the best opportunity to work with here heading into the close. Honestly, given the warrants that are out there, this CIFR is going to be on the top of the watch list. I think this is the one I'm interested in the most myself. But, we got plenty of others out there. I will be back on the mic here heading into the afternoon at 3 o'clock, and we'll have a blast here. We'll have a nice ball heading into the close. All right. Lastly, just on YouTube, Facebook Live, etc. I don't see any other comments or call outs right there from you folks. So, hey, just do me a quick favor. If you have not done already, just make sure that you've liked, subscribed right to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/cybertradingu right there, just on the bottom left. And then on the top left, actually, just that QR code. Scan that QR code just there very quickly, just to join us inside our live trading room if you ever have the chance to, and continue the audio commentary with us in the mornings, the afternoons. We just had our live workshop just there earlier today. We have all of the recordings on our student portal. So as a trial member, you have access to that whole database organized with all of our classes, workshops, including Traders Talk. So any questions from that, folks? Again, please let me know. Josh@ctutrading.com is the handle. Let me know if there's any other trades or questions that you wanted me to go over. But again, hey, refill up on water. We'll be good to go coming up in about T-minus 14 minutes, folks. Talk to you all then. Take care.